just, once we ascend and we move more into our bodies, we're just able to be more of our authentic self and show up and be our divine self and our divine truth. And the work that I do with people in Rebirth into New Earth is through the chakra systems, but it's the New Earth chakra system. So we start with the New Earth star chakra and then go up the chakra systems to the solar star. And with the root chakra, for example, we really work on embodied safety. We need to feel safe in our bodies because all these lifetimes we weren't safe, you know. We were burnt at the stake, we were tortured, we were ostracized.
Yeah.
And with that, it's also working with the kidney and adrenals. So each organ we have has a consciousness and we can talk to it and it wants to be talked to. It's got so many stories to share with you about what it's been through in ancestral, multidimensional lives, in its cells, in the child, in this lifetime, what you've experienced in this lifetime. So we really need to be safe first. So, you know, that root chakra. And then we actually do a lot of like womb clearing because the patriarchy, the dominant culture and the sort of distorted religious, distorted masculine codes are stored a lot in your womb. They know how to get you and your power is in your womb, right? To reclaim your power, we need to do a lot of clearing in the womb over all these lifetimes. Another thing we look at is the throat chakra, right? You know, talking, you know, this is such a big one. And, you know, up until recently, you know, I wasn't able to do that probably until last year. I really activated my New Earth throat chakra. And the way that I teach that is actually going back into a life where you had all the power, where you were a goddess, you were a priestess. I bring like a Lemurian priestess water activation to remind you to reactivate your voice because you've had lifetimes too where you've been amazing. You know, you've absolutely smashed it and killed it. And literally you've had more lifetimes than that than being in the shadow and not being seen. It's just that the last 2,000 years, the last experiences in terms of linear timelines have been mostly, you know, downtrodden.